Hello, it's Mrs. Rowe, and I am here to read you this story called Look, Look, Look at Sculpture, which is written and illustrated by Nancy Elizabeth Wallace with Linda K. Friedlander. Look, look, look at sculpture. Ooh, I see the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. All right. One afternoon, 3 tiny mice came out of their tiny mouse house. They climbed up the long table Mrs. Bigley used for her desk, and Alexander and Kat spied a card. There's the card. And Alexander read, "Celebrate sculpture at the museum." And then underneath here it says 4 rectangles with 4 oblique circles, 1966 by Barbara Hepworth, a sculptor, and the material is slate, which is stone. "Let's go," said Kat. Oh, and there's a big sculpture outside. And off they went. The museum shop. Celebrate sculpture. Art museum. I see those primary colors again. When the mice got to the museum, they hid behind a broom and a bucket until the building closed for the night. Then they tiptoed into the art gallery. "There's an assemblage." "Look," said Alexander, "stars." "A totem?" "Look," said Kiki, "one that moves." "A mobile." "And there's a statue." And this one of a person like this is called a bust when the person ends right there. This is a relief because it's flat, but still a little 3D. And there's a different kind of bust. "Look," said Kat, "jewels." That one has a necklace on. "There it is," they whispered, "the sculpture from the invitation." And this says group. They scooched up the pedestal. And a pedestal is the stand a sculpture goes on sometimes. "The two shapes are short and 2 are tall," said Kat. "It's bigger than we are," said Kiki. "It's made out of slate. It must be very heavy," said Alexander. "And I see spaces between the spaces," said Alexander. Kat said, "I see spaces in the spaces." Kiki said, "I see 4 smooth, shiny crescent moon shapes. Let's look some more." They clasped their hands behind their backs and did a museum walk around the sculpture. They looked from the sides, they looked from the back, and they looked from the front. "It feels like a forest," said Kat. "I think it's a family," said Kiki. "The holes are like portholes on a boat," said Alexander. "Let's sketch." They took out pencils and pads from their packs. They started drawing. "Let's add to our sketches," said Kiki. She drew more lines and added shading. And Alexander and Kat did too. "Now our sketches don't look flat," said Kat. "The sketches look 3D, they squeaked. "Just like the sculpture is," said Alexander. 3D, Kat said again. Because remember, sculpture is any art that is 3D or not flat. What if we each make a clay sculpture? And they reached into their packs and pulled out clay. One standing alone, said Kat. Look, said Alexander, mine with yours, they look like they're saying hello. Now it's a group sculpture, and mine looks good enough to eat, said Kiki. What does it look like, that mice like? Maybe some cheese. I'll make one more, said Kiki, and then we'll have 4. What if, said Alexander, what if we add to the 4th one? Alexander worked on the front. Look, squiggles. Kiki worked on the back. Look, bumps. And Kat worked on the side. Look, X marks. Texture, they shouted. Remember, that's how something feels. They looked at what they had created, and then Kat said, let's take turns. Arranging them, said Kat. When I put them this way, said Kiki, this one looks lonely. Look at them this way, said Alexander. Whoa, said Kat. This way they feel like music, said Alexander. Dum-dee, dum-dee. Now they look like they're dancing, said Kiki. What if, said Alexander, we make shapes that look like the holes? Let's cut one in half, said Kat. Let's roll out the other, said Kiki, and put some shapes together. Look, they squealed. Suddenly they heard footsteps. They had just enough time to pack up, climb down, scamper out the entrance door before it was the people's turn to look at sculpture. And then they're going, jumping in the mailbag. And then these are all the sculpture. So sculpture is 3-dimensional or 3D. Sculpture can be made out of different materials, be different colors, be small or big or in between. They can be heavy or light, or else look heavy or light, even if it isn't. Sculpture can have a surface that is textured or smooth, shiny or dull. Sculpture can move, stand alone, or be in a group. It can be inside or outside. Find sculpture to look at in a house, at a museum, or in a park, at a school, on the street, in a city or town, in front of a building, in a garden, everywhere. And then you can make your own sculptures, and we'll make sculptures at school. So that is the end. I hope you liked this story, and I will see you later.